I'm Stevi.
I'm Tonya. Welcome to Lesbians Eat Out,
your go-to channel
for all your eating out reviews.
This week, we are talking about a restaurant, a staple, if you will, of Old Town in Lansing, Michigan, capital city. And we are reviewing Sir Pizza. Coincidentally, a queer-owned and operated Lansing favorite.
That's awesome, which I had no idea
Mm-hmm.
that it was queer-owned, which is fantastic.
Yes. So something about this particular review is we actually didn't necessarily go there to go eat. We went because there was going to be a drag show.
Woo woo!
Yes, super fun times.
My first drag show ever.
Her
Never
first
been.
one.
So I was excited about that.
Shocking to me.
And can I
really.
just tell you, so the location itself is not really dress up worthy. It's like a cool casual bar, local pizza place. But I was like, listen, I'm gonna go see some queens. I gotta be looking good. So I did.
And you got a compliment from the host queen.
The host queen. Delicious.
Hostess queen.
Hostess queen.
Yes. Because you were looking fabulous.
Shout out, hey girl,
Fabulous
hey.
and fine. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so we went to the drag show. That is one thing about Sir Pizza is oftentimes on weekends they do have something going on. There's a ladies dance, I think at a monthly, every
Saturday. It's a Saturday.
like the first or second Saturday of the month usually, I think.
Yeah.
So open to all people, but definitely more promoted, I would say, in the lesbian community specifically. But yeah, it's a really fantastic LGBTQIA plus establishment for sure. Definitely a place you can go and be comfortable being yourself and being with whoever you're with. And yeah.
I mean, we did a lot of making out there on Saturdays, it was Friday, right?
It's Friday.
We did a lot of making out there on Friday, so definitely totally open to all the things. What?
We make out in a lot of places, but
That's also fair.
it's true. It's
Very
just
true.
so hard to keep my hands off of her. Okay.
Anyway,
Jinx, double jinx, triple jinx, quadruple jinx, quintuplet jinx, septuplet jinx. It's sextuplet then sex.
damn it!
So I win,
What
as I remembered.
So as you know, we kind of have our own categories of things that we like to discuss when it comes to our food reviews, and mine's gonna be actually relatively short. So wait time, there was none. When you actually go to the restaurant, it's a seat yourself kind of place. I will say when it comes to seating though, so the show started at 8, but you could get there at 7 to get a table early.
Which we did.
Even with that said, it was still an operating business, so it wasn't like they only opened for this event. So
Right.
when we got there, all the good tables were taken. The only tables left were way in the back of the restaurant, and then there was one right up front at the door when you first came in. And we took that one, which was awesome because we were meeting our 2 fabulous friends there. And so it was a seat yourself. There was no wait. I will say the table that we got was a high top, and the chairs with the high top were also high chairs, and they were so high that you couldn't actually put your lap or your knees underneath the table. I was wearing a dress, so that was interesting.
Yeah, it was like they had bar height stools and a counter height table.
Yeah. So that was a little uncomfortable, but it wasn't terrible. And then they also have seating around the bar as well. So, I mean, it's not it doesn't have a lot of seating. It is a really small restaurant. But the other thing to keep in mind too is they also needed to have space for the show.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but they did have patio space available too, which was definitely more open than what was really available inside. But again, it's Old Town. They're older buildings, older establishments. So, they make the space really work.
They do.
For what they've got to work with.
Yep.
Especially when it comes to having shows and events like that, I think they do a very good job at spacing things out well.
That's fair. They do.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no wait to be seated. There was no wait to have your order taken because you actually go up to, so it's kind of divided, right, into two different sides. You have like a bar side and then you have like a food side.
Like a kitchen side.
Yeah, kitchen side. Yep. You go up and place your order there.
Yeah. So I went up.
She did.
Yes, because Tonya was in her fabulous heels, and I didn't want to have to make her walk too much and get sore. Anyway, so I went up to the food counter. There was 2 people in front of me. There were 2 people in front of me in line. One person was already in process of having their order taken. There were, I think, 2 or 3 people working behind the counter between the food and the bar. So they split duties pretty well. There were, everyone seemed to really jump in to help each other out as far as the staff goes, which was nice. But I really didn't have to wait super long to order. They make it pretty simple and easy. I will say the staff that works there, they are the same people that I have been seeing working there for years, which I just think says some really good things about the way that the business is owned and operated, that they take care of their people, or at the very least they treat them well enough that people don't want to leave. So I thought that's something that I find really cool about Sir Pizza in Old Town.
There's loyalty there for sure.
Yeah, definitely loyalty there. Which, speaking of loyalty, actually, if you would like to be loyal to our channel and enjoy more food reviews, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends, get it out there. The more people that share their loyalty to watching this channel, the more food places we get to review, and the more you get to watch this woman interrupt me. I'm sorry. You don't seem very sorry.
But it's such exciting news.
Yes, we do have some exciting news, and Tonya will share that with you.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so subscribing is super important, so make sure you share this with your friends. But here's the deal. We decided, because we love what we do and we love helping you guys review food, also send us your suggestions for restaurants and foods and dishes at those places. But what we decided was that we would like to release some fantastic merch based upon our subscriber count. And here's the other thing too. Our first release is going to be at 500 subscribers. We are going to be releasing
stickers.
They're awesome.
They are awesome.
They are awesome.
Yes.
So super cool, something simple and fun. But here's the other thing that's really important too. So when you actually start a YouTube channel, you do not get your own YouTube link. They give you a random link with a bunch of numbers and letters. So when we hit 500 subscribers, that allows us to claim our own YouTube link and customize that. So that's also one of the important things as well.
Yes. So we're very excited to be able to customize that link to make it easier for you and all of your friends to access this channel and enjoy our random loving food reviews that we share with you.
Yeah. And also, as we increase our subscriber count, we're going to keep releasing merch. We've got plans. We've got some plans.
We do.
We've got some really cool stuff coming down the pipelines.
Once we hit 500, we will share with you the next merch to be released and the goal that we are going to need to hit to do that. So really, it's all about being able to offer you guys more, because we'll do this regardless of whether or not we actually share it. We will always be critiquing food places
all the time.
But the variety and quality of places that we review for you is going to really depend on you guys. So you want us to travel to your hometown or your state or your favorite restaurant, we need you to hit like and subscribe. So enough about that. We'll get back to Sir Pizza, and so the food is what we were talking about. Went up, ordered. We're actually having a little hard time because even though it is a pizza place, they have some really cool kind of different selections.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a high-end pizza place. You know, there's no goat cheese and bruschetta pizza. It's definitely kind of your more typical pizza spot, but they have a typical selection.
Which includes pineapple on your pizza.
Yes, if that is something you enjoy, that is something you can have. That's up for debate. But
by the way,
we all love you anyway.
That was rude. But the point is that we also have an Instagram page, and I think I want to put a poll on our Instagram page about, does pineapple belong on pizza? It does. So go head there and discuss.
I thought we were trying to do a non-controversial.
Why does it have to be controversial to discuss pineapple on pizza?
How strongly do you feel about pineapple on pizza? Exactly my point.
Enough said.
Controversy, because I have similarly strength feelings about not putting pineapple on pizza.
Fine. So
anyway,
selection.
Anyway, not to get political, but I guess if you want to take the poll, you can head over to our Instagram.
Thank you. Lesbians Eat Out at Instagram.
So anyway, so they offer pineapple if you like that. And they had a cheeseburger pizza.
I was gonna lobby for that, honestly. Like, it looked really good, but then
thought about it.
This woman here said
spinach artichoke.
It was so good.
Spinach artichoke pizza. Good. Yes, which I honestly didn't even read the description. I just saw the title and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna need to try that. I need to know what this is gonna be like."
And surprisingly, there was chicken on it too.
There was chicken,
and it was actually really good.
A little bit of a nice protein kick in there, but I wasn't surprised, but it was really good. Great way to combine flavors, and in general, there's a reason that it's a staple. It's that Sir Pizza's not going anywhere.
No.
They are solid because their pizza's good. I mean, it's really well executed. They cook it well. The crust is good.
And that's the thing. Well, actually, I think so. That pizza, I don't feel like had a lot of crust. I mean, it was just enough that you wanted to eat it. I personally don't like eating pizza crust. It's not a thing for me. But this pizza, it had a decent crust on it. Not too thick, not too much of a crust. I think the other thing about it was really good flavor. And I think the other thing about the pizza that was super cool, depending on where you go, sometimes your pizza is overcooked, right?
That's true.
Like, the cheese is really brown, a little chewy, not so great, and then you're like, oh, send it back, whatever.
Yeah.
This was nice and gooey and melty and so fantastic.
Delicious.
It was delicious.
Honestly. We killed that pizza pretty hard, actually.
Here's the one thing to keep in mind too, I think, with the pizza is that it's not your traditional triangle cut. They were square. They were square cut slices. So
it's still a round pizza, but a round pizza with a lot more pieces than you would generally get in a pizza, which in that atmosphere works super well.
Very true.
We were sitting with a couple other people. It was very easy to say, hey, grab a piece, try it out, see how you like the flavor. Honestly, next time I kind of want to try the taco pizza, which it disappoints me you can't get taco pizza everywhere because I feel like it's a good kind of off the beaten path one, but
I really would like to try the cheeseburger pizza.
Yeah, maybe we'll just get 2 small pizzas instead of a medium pizza, and then we can.
Fair enough. I like it.
Tacos and burgers.
Done.
I'm about it.
Deal.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
In addition, we did get a dessert pizza. We went with a fruit pizza, which they offer. They offered cherry and apple. I went with apple because I don't do cherry, especially not like fruit pizza cherry. I don't know.
Okay. So I just have to put this out there. Sir Pizza. while I really appreciated the pizza, I did not appreciate the fruit pizza because it wasn't a pizza. It was like a pizza pocket.
It was like a calzone, a fruit calzone.
I'm sorry. Let me back this up. I'm from Cadillac, Michigan, way up north, kind of like over here. And what people would call a calzone, we called pizza pockets. So, just saying.
That's so weird. Were Hot Pockets invented in Cadillac?
Maybe.
That's happening?
Maybe.
Pizza pockets?
A pizza pocket.
That's different. I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah, so...
What did you... Had you ever heard the term calzone before? When you lived there?
No.
That's so weird.
That's a fancy term. This is Cadillac. It's up north.
All right.
So...
I mean...
So now,
okay.
Back to the fact is
Pizza
that
pocket / calzone for literally the rest of America.
Okay, so
The rest of the United States.
my point is that so the picture and the menu looked like a traditional pizza, but it had some amazing looking fruit on it with some like, I don't know, maybe like sweet cream cheese drizzle or whatever. I would say the fruit pizza could have been executed better if it were actually created as a pizza. Because I tried it, I did eat it, and the inside was too. First of all, I ate it because I was hungover and I thought maybe this will be helpful.
Yeah, we actually ate too much of the spinach artichoke pizza to touch the fruit pizza at the time that we were at the restaurant.
Yeah.
So we packed it up for leftovers, and Tonya had it for breakfast yesterday.
Ish. And I was hungover, and it was not helpful, just so you know. But the thing about it is the inside did not have enough apples in it. It had a lot of the sauce. Which I think would have been fine if they had made it a traditional style pizza,
I could see
like
that.
open faced.
Yeah,
that amount of sauce would have been fine. But as like a calzone, it was too saucy and not enough apples for me.
Okay, fair enough. I still haven't eaten my half, to be honest. I don't know why. I have wanted it a couple of times over the last day or so, and I just have had other things. But in any case,
primarily me. What?
Oh, so the entree pizza, if you will, fantastic. The dessert pizza, meh. It was all right. It was all right. Not fantastic, not terrible. Just all right.
Yeah.
But they did have a good selection of brownies and cookies that you could also get Cinesticks, which is usually my go-to at a pizza dessert.
I mean, I do like a good Cinestic. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time we'll try the Cinesticks.
Maybe next time.
So we 100% will be going there again.
It was fantastic. And there's like events there, so.
Right. So yeah, I mean, selection was pretty good. The execution, I think overall execution was good.
Very true.
I just think that's, the fruit pizza is probably not a big seller, so they don't put in a ton of extra effort with that.
I was gonna just say, if you're not gonna put in the effort, don't offer it.
You would say that.
I wouldn't say that.
But I do love you for it.
I know you do.
Yeah. As far as cost, pretty good cost. I mean, obviously we weren't getting it delivered, but I did add a tip just because, the staff there really does work their butts off, and very, very polite, very kind people, really willing to go out of their way for you. So we paid $22.90 for a medium pizza and a fruit pizza pocket. So pizza pocket, calzone fruit pizza is what they called it on their menu. I added a $5 tip, so we spent $27.90 on food. We did have drinks also, however. We set we just opened a tab for that because we were going to be we were going to be there for a couple of hours at least, and it was just easier to do that.
Yeah, so you had 2 hard ciders. Okay, so she had 2 hard ciders. I had 3 vodka seltzer waters, which were fantastic. By the way, it's this brand called Neutral, N-U-T-R-L. I had a mango, watermelon, and raspberry. All phenomenal. I will say the watermelon is a very subtle flavor anyway. It was my least favorite, and I love watermelon stuff, y'all. However, didn't have the greatest flavor compared to the other 2. So if you want to try a new hard seltzer, that would be a good one to go. So 2 of those, 2 drinks for you, 3 drinks for me, plus 3 shots.
4 shots.
What's it for?
It was 4 shots.
4 shots of tequila for me.
Because you wanted me to get you 3 shots, and then you wanted another shot.
I wasn't driving. That totaled up to about $56.
Yeah, so not terrible.
No. And I will say, shout out to homegirl behind the bar, because she was super cool. I wanted the watermelon, and she's like, we don't have that. But she did actually look. There are some people who would not and just ask you to pick something else.
Without actually investigating.
Thank you. She did look. They had one, and she was like, thumbs up. So
cool.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, so cost breakdown, very reasonable to go for like a big group if you're into sharing foods. Super easy. I mean, we didn't finish the pizza that we got, and we didn't touch really the dessert pizza until afterward, and we basically spent $25. So really, really reasonable for a nice little night on the town. There was a $10 cover to get into the drag show,
but that goes to the performers, to our queens.
Well, and it was also a Pride fundraiser. Lansing does tend to have a pretty late in the season Pride.
So weird.
And with all of the COVID precautions and things, I'm not sure how much fundraising they've really been able to do over the last couple of years. So but yeah, so $10 cover for the show. Obviously people that came in to pick up were not paying a cover, but most people were really good about, yes, I am here for the show, and paying their cover, which I thought was really nice.
We did forget something.
What's that? What did we forget? What did you forget?
Who got the check?
I mean, that's not fair though, because
we both got the check.
Because nobody brought the check out. Although of all places, I don't think assumptions would be made there.
I do miss, but that's one of my favorite parts about dining out, is just to see how it works out. So I went up and ordered food and paid for it. Tonya went up and ordered most of the drinks and covered the tab for that. They let me put things on her tab for her, but obviously we're sitting next to each other, making out a lot
and kissing, so they didn't question it. Which was
that's good.
As far as who got the check,
we both did.
Yes. Is the answer to that. Yes. We got the check.
Top 3 shout outs?
I would have to say Queer Friendly Atmosphere. Certainly one of the queerest places to go and grab food. They have a lot of events for the queer community, and definitely very accepting. I would say that would definitely be top shout out for me.
I would do a top shout out to the staff, and the reason that I say that is not only did they work well together, but the woman who was bussing our table, she's been there since I can remember, since I started going there like a year ago. And she was actually really good about bussing tables when the queens were taking a break. She was very polite to interrupt to ask if we were ready, if she could take things from our table. Also, she offered, so she was coming back and forth, and when she kind of realized that we were no longer, eating our pizza or whatnot, she asked if she could get us a box. So we didn't even have to ask for those things. Shout out to the staff on that one.
Honestly, they worked really well together.
My
And they made
bartender, fabulous.
And they made it fun. You know, some places when they're really busy, you can kind of feel their stress a little bit.
That's fair.
At Sir Pizza, I mean, like, you get the sense that they know that they're busy and it's a little stressful, but they still make the effort to have fun with you as a customer, to talk to you and joke with you and laugh with you, and, you know, really great customer service there as far as the interaction goes.
Okay, so our last shout out,
food execution. Honestly, solid pizzas.
Yeah,
I mean, it is
outside
a pizza
of the
staple.
pizza.
Yeah, well, solid entree pizzas.
Thank you,
if you will.
Sure.
Which we also forgot to mention as far as selection goes. They had some pretty cool baked potato options, which I am a potato lover, but they had one. I know we're talking about the taco pizza, we're talking about the cheeseburger pizza. I want to try the Great Feast potato.
So that's on our list next time we go there.
Yeah. Meat and veggies and cheese all inside of a potato. I don't see how we could go wrong with it. I really want to try it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I hope I appreciate it too. We'll let you guys know.
I know.
Yeah, for sure.
So lastly, before we give you our final say with our lick review, also, again, please make sure that you smash the like button and that you're subscribing to the channel. Share this with your friends and other allies and supporters, and other people in the queer community, anybody and everybody who would love to watch us review food and share our experiences.
Yes, if you love food and you're not sure where to go, come check out the channel. We'll have some suggestions.
Absolutely.
For sure. And if you have suggestions for us of places we should go to review, send them through.
Yeah.
We'd love to get some comments about where to go next.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So overall, when it comes to Sir Pizza in Old Town of Lansing, Michigan, we gave this a
solid 4. Solid 4.
4 lick review.
Yeah, really everything that you could expect from a queer pizza place in Lansing. I mean, they really do have some cool events. Food's good, staff is great, location is fantastic if you want to go on the river walk or just wander around and shop. You know, Old Town's a good place to kind of hang out, and that's a great place to stop for lunch before you go for ice cream.
I feel like we could have given it a solid 5 if it weren't for the fruit pizza.
Yeah, I think the fruit pizza was really the one thing that held them back from that 5-tongue review. But you know, they're definitely missing the tongue flick on that. So
yeah.
So thank you again for joining us on another episode. I'm Stevie.
I'm Tonya.
And this has been
Lesbians Eat Out.